continuing on that topic, and you were talking about tools, you also talk about human durability. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit about that, please?
So human durability is a philosophy that I've created myself, and unless somebody knows me or has heard me talk, you wouldn't have ever heard that term before. In fact, to have one of my clients going, human durability, oh, let us think about that, Derrick. She went away and Googled it and then had to ring me back and say, okay, so you are the expert on human durability because nobody else does it.
Yeah.
So human durability is the ability to go beyond resilience. Resilience
Mm,
is the ability to bounce back when things go wrong. Okay. It's a really important skill to have, and it's the first step to building durability. You have to be resilient. You need to know how to problem solve and bounce back after things go wrong. It's a powerful skill, but that's not where we want to live our life. You don't want to be living your life always going, oh, if a problem happens, I'll be able to fix it. And you go from problem to problem to problem. You want to get to a point where I describe human durability as the ability to sustain optimal performance.
mm,
Optimal performance is the very best you can possibly do in the given circumstances. And it's optimal because sometimes it's peak performance because that's what you require, but peak performance cannot be sustained. If you try to sustain peak performance, that's going to lead towards burnout, anxiety, depression, and further things from there. So peak performance at certain times, but optimal also includes sometimes going away for a 2-week holiday with your family so that you can
mm,
replenish, refresh, re-energize, and then come back and re-engage. So what do you need to do at any particular time to be 100% reliable? And this optimal performance is when you are the master of your craft. It's when you're the expert and people come to you and say, teach me what you know. Teach me how to be as good as you are. And we all get to this point at different times in our life. And once we get there, we then take on a new challenge. And so we slide back to needing resilience. Then we'll become better at that new challenge. We'll become the master of the craft. And then we'll go on to a new challenge again. The easiest way to understand this is if you started playing tennis and you
mm,
start in D grade in tennis, when you first start, you don't know how to hit. So you get some coaching, some guidance, and they teach you how to play tennis. You become okay in D grade. And so you're resilient. You're able to bounce back when things go wrong. And then you become the best in D grade. You take out the best and fairest. You take out the winner. You take out all the accolades in D grade, and you are the best. But what happens when you're the best in D grade? They put you into C grade. And when you go into C grade, you're no longer the best,
yeah.
right? You go back to middle of the road. You put in the time, the training, you become the best in C grade. You take out all the awards, you take out all the accolades, and then you go into B grade.
Mm,
Now, this happens for us all when we go through business as well. I was talking to some fighter pilots and talking about that growth process. Once you become and these fighter pilots, they are the best of the best.
mm,
The Americans call them Top Guns, and that's the name that most people associate them with, but they are the best of the best in their field. But once they become the best of the best, they kind of think, now I've got to stay the best of the best.
yeah.
I can't be seen as vulnerable. I can't be seen as making a mistake. So when they take on a challenge and they've got some new learnings, it becomes a mental challenge as well. People are going to think I'm weak. People are going to think I'm broken. People aren't going to think I'm the best of the best anymore because I'm making some mistakes. But it's a natural process. And if you engage in that and train that, you'll become the best of the best at this new level.
Mm,
Okay. One of the fighter pilots said to me, does this happen for everybody? I said, yes, psychiatrists, psychologists all agree. This is a natural process we all go through. And he said, oh, thank goodness for that. I thought it was just me. And that's the way
mm,
we all look at it. When we
yeah.
become good and then we take on a new challenge and become resilient again, we start doubting ourselves. Oh my gosh, how are people going to judge me? Are they going to think, am I good enough to be able to do this? So just understanding this process and then the human durability model that I've got to help build that confidence and build the skills just makes it easier to go through that growth process and accelerate it.